The Lord has spoke to me and told me something that is just lit a fire on the inside of me, and I think it's going to bless you too. So I have a lot more detail on this that's on our website. We've also put out some things on social media. We're sending out a letter about it. This will be just a brief introduction to it. But on the 5th of March, I was in Oklahoma City during a praise and worship service. I was just praising God and thinking about all of the great things that were happening. And I was thinking specifically about the future. You know, as I get older, I've been thinking a lot more about, man, who's going to carry on this message and who's going to be touching people. And the Lord just spoke to me and He said, there are some people right here in this service. There was about 800 people there. And He said that they will be telling the young people of their day about what it was like to be part of the third great awakening. And that's a terminology that I wouldn't typically use. I'm aware of the terminology of the first Great Awakening with Jonathan Edwards and George Whitefield, and the second Great Awakening with all of those people. So I'm aware of that, but I probably wouldn't have used that terminology. It was not me thinking this. This was God speaking to me, and He said that they would be telling the young people of their day about what it was like to be a part of the third Great Awakening. And so I said, Lord, are you saying that we are going to have a third Great Awakening? And this was exciting to me because I've been praying for the power of God to be manifest in such a way that it not just touch individuals, but that it touch enough individuals that it changes nations. That's what a Great Awakening is. And I've been praying for it, but I didn't have the assurance that there was enough people that were responding to the Lord to cause that to happen. And so it excited me to think that this is what's happening. And I said, Lord, are we going to have a third Great Awakening? And I mean, the Lord spoke to me very clearly and said, no, it's not going to happen. It's already begun. And when He said that, that just kind of shocked me because, like so many people, I've been listening to the 10 Spies Network. I see all of the bad things that are happening. And sometimes you get so focused on all of the evil happening, you don't realize what God is doing, behind the scenes. But just like when Jesus was crucified, His disciples probably thought that He had lost. Maybe they had misunderstood. Maybe all the prophecies were wrong. It didn't look like Jesus was winning. But on the third day, He rose from the dead. And He prophesied that that would happen. And if you knew that and were assured of it, you could have had a totally different attitude than anybody else who was only looking at things in the natural. Now that I have a word from God, I really believe that we are already in this third Great Awakening, and it has given me a confidence and a boldness and re-energized me. So I offer this to you. Hope that it encourages you, that you check out some of the things that we have where I go into more detail on this, and check it out. I believe, praise God, we are already in the third Great Awakening in this nation.